Glad to have you back. Happy Turkey Day, everybody. Coming up.
When is that?
I think it's on Friday.
Cameras good? Any questions for the coaches? We'll start with Jason.
Coach Nansen, wow, your defense has really played great this year. What are you most thankful about your defense?
Players, staff, unbelievable job. Our kids are bought in and they're really, really, believe in what we're telling them, and the way they prepare, our staff prepare our players every week is really, the way we're playing is the reason why.
What are you most thankful about your offense?
I mean, Johnny nailed it. These kids buying into what we were preaching, and just the belief that they have now is just a byproduct of all their hard work, and they've proven it. They've showed it. We got to go do it again this week, though.
Justin and then Michael.
For a question for both of you guys, what do you guys take away when you discuss the Territorial Cup rivalry with guys like Chuck Cecil and former players who have been a part of it?
It's a great question, Johnny. You got it.
It's just another game to them, I guess. That was a question I had this morning, to be honest with you, and our staff. How are we going to prepare our guys, and what is the message for our guys? And, and we all agree, this is just one of those games that, we're blessed to play in, but at the same time, we gotta prepare just like another team.
Yeah, I mean, the tradition of this rivalry is powerful. You can't get too high or too low for any game. You've got to do a fantastic job of respecting the game and respecting the opponent, and making sure that you don't overlook something for the emotions of the game. So,
I think it's important, that like B. Sanders and those guys in the building, because they're part of it. Coach and I just kind of, this is our second year playing in this game, so I know what it's like to play in the Apple Cup as a player, and I think all the ex-players are the ones that really kind of push the message to the players how important this game is.
And Johnny, as a defensive coordinator, how would you go about stopping the brotherly shove, the tush push that the Eagles do?
There's a lot of offense that we got to be prepared for this week. We got, offensive linemen lining up outside, receivers in the middle with the centers. I mean, there's so many things to prepare for. And it's just the way we practice this week and how we trying to get, the scheme to the players and how we're going to try to defend it.
Michael and then Brian.
One question for each. First, Johnny, several games in a row you guys have had less than 10 missed tackles, according to PFF, your guys' favorite website. But that's obviously a positive development, and I'm pretty sure you don't tackle live very much during the season. So what do you attribute that to?
Swarm the football. One guy missed and the next guy's there. That's what we preach to our team, and I think Coach showed it Sunday. When we swarm to the ball, a lot of the good things happen. And you see our defenses. That's what we, when we talk about, what we're looking for, and every week is that's one of them, is running to the football and tackle. That's just part of our plan.
And for Brennan, on that screen touchdown to Michael Wiley, Raymond Polito was flying downfield, didn't have anybody to block, I guess, on that play. But what did it say to you about his health at this point that he was able to sprint down the field like that?
Ray had a fantastic week of preparation, and the last 2 weeks have been really good for him. Just getting a feel for what he's doing on the field, on the sidelines, and just handling all of his business. And then, to get him to fly around. The kid plays with a great passion for this game. He's a really smart kid, and he's coming along great. And we're just really excited he's here, and the guys love playing with him. He's been a great teammate. So it's great to have him out there, and then he'll find somebody one of these days.
Brian and then David.
For either of you, there were 7 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in the game last year. Last 2 seasons, it's been 10+ penalties in the Territorial Cup. Jed mentioned yesterday about because there's games beyond this, that has to you got to have a different emotional approach while How do you do that while there's still the rivalry game?
Yeah, it just, you got to make a huge emphasis of it. I know the defense has emphasized it already. I know we have. We can't let anything extra. There's more to play for this season. This isn't the last game of the year. We got to take that approach, and we got to be smart about it. There will be emotions. There will be tempers. There will be all the things that come with a rivalry game. We just have to be really smart about it and let the kids understand that we can't let the game like that become a thing. And we got to make sure that really diligent about doing the right things and still play really fast and really hard and do all the tough stuff. So yeah, huge emphasis.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
David and then Matt.
Two for Johnny. Johnny, just Jacob Manu. We had a chance to kind of see something different from him, dropping into coverage and making an interception in that game. What have you liked about the way he's developed that aspect of his game?
I think Manu, his overall football IQ's been really unbelievable this year. You know what I mean? That's something that we practice, that route down in the red zone, and he saw it, and he was in place to make the play and made a great play, get us out of there, and but I'm just proud of the way he studies the game and his discipline and everything that it comes with to being a great football player.
Obviously, Trenton Bourguet's a local kid from down here in Marana, quarterback for ASU. What did you see from him last year in the game? What are you anticipating you'll need to do differently with him this year?
Smart. I mean, he's really smart. I mean, he knows where he's going with the football. He understands the offense. So we got to do a great job, again, containing them in the pocket and make sure we, try to get to him and move him off the spot like we did this week.
Matt and then Justin.
Johnny, my camera caught you for that last consequential fourth down stop in the fourth quarter against Utah, celebrating a little longer with your guys. I mean, you were so strong situationally on Saturday. They kind of carry that same emotion that you do about those big moments. And how did you kind of see that reflected in your players on Saturday?
Same guy. I don't change. The way I prepare the guys, the way I celebrate with my guys, all the hard work that goes in, putting together a game plan, practice, to get an opportunity to make a play like that, man, you got to embrace it. And I think our guys are starting to buy in. That's who we are.
Justin and then Michael.
We're seeing a lot more from Kamwilla at linebacker. What have you seen out of him so far this year, just his development?
It was good. He was ready to play. Aaron did a nice job preparing him throughout the week. You're seeing a lot of young guys playing for us, and Com was one of them. It's only going to help them. Like I said before, our program is about developing players and believing in our guys. And I think that's what you're starting to see. The young guys are playing because we believe in them, and Kama was one of them.
Brennan, Jed talked about the Team Olympics after the spring and how impressive T-Mac was. You just talk about just his talents and how gifted he is off the field.
Yeah, he's a fantastic athlete. There's probably very few sports he won't be great at. Fantastic high school volleyball player. You can try to keep him out of the wreck as much as we can, but when he gets out there and shoots some hoops, he does some cool things with the ball in his hand, just like he does on the football field. There's very few limits to what he can do. I know he's excited. He's already starting to talk about he wants to just keep developing next year and just gain more strength and speed and see how far he can take it.
Michael and then David. For Brennan, other T-Mac, Tanner McLaughlin is going to be here in a little bit. Do you see an NFL guy in your view?
Sheesh. Yeah. I really like Tanner. He's got a fantastic ceiling. There's more in there, and he's going to keep working to develop in these last couple of games here. A guy like that who can stretch the field, make fantastic catches, away from his body, and can create mismatches in the secondary. He's good against safeties, good against linebackers, can go up against corners, and one of the most impressive things is you can throw him the ball in the flat and he can gain more yards than what the tackler is going to give him. So he's stretching those plays and getting yards after contact, which creates the value for the next level. I absolutely see him up there. We'll figure out where it goes later, but really excited to see him continue his football career.
What about as a blocker?
Yeah, that'll be his thing that he's going to emphasize the most in this offseason, as he's getting ready to go to the next level. You can get away with a lot of stuff, lot of those fancy pass catchers in the NFL aren't fantastic blockers, and they'll probably tell you that. Yeah, he'll have the ability to go forth, and he'll just need to continue that, and it'll be how far he develops, it'll be how far he takes it. So it's really up to him, how far he wants to push this thing, but we're really excited for him.
David and then Damian.
Two for Brennan. Brennan, your wide receiver blocking has just been at an elite level in both the run game and the pass game. What are the core principles that you want those guys to do on the edge?
Well, Kevin Cummings has done such a fantastic job developing these guys. We've got young guys playing all over the place. Kevin Green and Malachi Riley, as you've seen those guys, and it's really just an attitude. And Coach Cummings brings that attitude every day to practice, and it's just along the lines of everything we do about defense, about run blocking, about and pass protection. Everything that we do, we want to be physical. We want to be able to dominate the opponent. Kevin's just been a great beacon for those receivers to follow. And they've followed his lead, and they've all done great things. So we'll just continue to do that, and excited to get to talk about Coach Kevin Cummings.
Obviously, there was a lot of talk after the game about the last pass play by Jaden, but how do you explain, I guess, to people what it means for a guy that's worked so hard in this program like Jaden to have an opportunity like that to come back from an injury and be able to make a play in the game?
Yeah, so Jaden's had to go through some a tough time these past couple of weeks, but he's been such a great teammate. He wants to be out there playing. He had to fight through the injury, and that took a while, and it's been a difficult time for him. But he's been such a great leader, such a great teammate. He's locked in on every play on the sidelines. He's helping Noah and the receivers and everyone when they come off the field. It's just a testament to the kid that he's been able to be such a great Wildcat through this time period. I'm glad he got to get out there and play some ball. So, it's a great quarterback.
And lastly, David.
Brennan, just kind of expanding off that, what kind of exchanges have you witnessed between Jaden and Noah, and how has he gone about helping to add like that extra layer of coaching?
Jed's got to be the head coach, and Jimmy's up in the box, and so I'll get a chance to get to know every once in a while. But Jaden's listening to every play and understanding, and he'll take a look what the coverage is. What did you see? Was it a pressure? Where was the pressure? Should we have, changed the protection call on that thing? He'll go through, the litany of everything that you need to talk about, coming off the field, even in the run game. Okay, should we have checked that play? Should we have thrown the run pass option on that one? So he's in at every play call. He's just been fantastic.
All right, that's our time.
Appreciate you guys. Gobble, gobble.